who will rule the cosmos? In this corner, the richest man in the world, the eccentric genius Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. And over here, the brains behind Amazon, one of the most valuable companies in the world, and the founder of the Blue Origin space company, Jeff Bezos. We'll look at how these two titans are battling it out in the ultimate billionaire space war. It's not just about who launches more rockets or whose rocket travels faster or even who builds better rockets. Well, because they can. They have enough money to fund these ventures, and they believe in them. There are some very practical reasons too. If you really want to expand humanity, then you need to colonize other planets. They have enough money to fund these ventures, and they believe in them. There are some very practical reasons too. If you really want to expand humanity, then you need to colonize other planets. These rockets are used to transport satellites and astronauts into space. On April 2012, SpaceX became the first private company to successfully launch and land a rocket. Let's look at Blue Origin. Blue Origin was founded by Jeff Bezos in 2000. He thinks it would be amazing if there were cities in space, and if people could work and play there. Blue Origin makes rockets and spacecraft. This rocket will be used to transport people and cargo to space. Unlike SpaceX, Blue Origin hasn't sent any astronauts to the ISS yet. However, the company has plans to do so in the future. Blue Origin also has plans to build a space station in space. Maybe one day soon, though, one of them will get closer to achieving that goal. SpaceX has a head start on Blue Origin, has already launched rockets and spacecraft successfully, and it has a clear plan for the future. Only time will tell. One thing is for sure, though. This competition is benefiting us all. As these companies compete, they are pushing each other to innovate and develop new technologies. This is leading to cheaper and more efficient rockets and spacecraft. It is also leading to new opportunities for space travel and exploration. Blue Origin still has a lot of work to do if it wants to catch up. It needs to launch more rockets and spacecraft successfully. It needs to develop new technologies. Blue Origin is a serious competitor. Well, it depends on what you are looking for in a leader. You're just getting started in exploring the universe, and there is so much more to discover. I think both of these billionaires are inspiring, and I am excited to see what the future holds for them, and for the space industry as a whole. If you're looking for someone who is a risk taker and a hard worker, then Musk may be the better choice. If you are looking for someone who is a visionary and a long-term thinker, then Bezos may be the better choice. It has a lot of money and resources, and has a clear vision for the future. SpaceX and Blue Origin are competing in the space industry. They are both trying to achieve ambitious goals. They are both developing new technologies. Well, only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, this competition is benefiting us all. As these companies compete, they are pushing each other to innovate and develop new technologies. This is leading to cheaper and more efficient rockets and spacecraft. It is also leading to new opportunities for space travel and exploration. He is not afraid to think big and to push the boundaries of what is possible. Bezos is known for being a visionary and a long-term thinker. He is not afraid to take risks, but he is more likely to plan ahead and to think through the consequences of his actions. And they are both making history. It will be interesting to see how this competition plays out in the future. He has a plan to build a city on the moon. Both SpaceX and Blue Origin are doing amazing things. They are changing the way we think about space travel. They are opening up new possibilities for humanity. I can wait to see what the future brings to both of these companies and to the space industry as a whole. He believes that this would be a great place for people to live and work. Musk believes that we need to focus on solving big problems like climate change and poverty. Bezos believes that we need to focus on inspiring people and making space travel possible for everyone. Which approach do you think is better? Let us know in the comments below. Bezos, on the other hand, is more focused on making space travel possible for everyone. He believes that everyone should have the opportunity to experience life in space. This station will be used as a platform for scientific research and also for tourism. These vehicles are used to transport passengers and cargo into space. On July 2021, Blue Origin launched its first rocket. This was an important moment for Blue Origin and for the space industry. It showed that there is a lot of competition in the space industry and that private companies are taking risks and innovating. Its mission statement reads, "To enable people to live and work in space." So the main goal of Blue Origin is to make space travel possible for everyone. In recent years, there has been a lot of talk about the possibility of traveling to space. With the advent of commercial space travel, it is now possible for anyone with the money to take a trip to space. This has raised a lot of questions about what the future of space travel will look like. This was an important moment in history as it showed that space travel doesn't need to be controlled by governments. SpaceX has grown rapidly since then. Right now, only the richest people in the world can afford to take a trip to space. But as technology gets cheaper, it is possible that more people will be able to experience space travel. Another big question is what role space travel will play in our future. Will it become a common form of transportation? Or will it always be something that only a few people can experience? Only time will tell what the future of space travel will hold. Today, it is one of the most valuable private companies in the world. You don't necessarily need to leave Earth to see the benefits of space travel. This was another important moment for SpaceX and for space travel in general. It showed that private companies can do things that only governments used to be able to do. SpaceX is also working on a giant rocket called Starship. This rocket will be the largest and most powerful in the world when it is completed. It will be used to transport people and cargo to Mars. Its mission statement reads, "To revolutionize space technology and enable the colonization of Mars." So the main goal of SpaceX is to make life multiplanetary. Musk believes that humans could become a spacefaring civilization, and that we should do this before it's too late. We know that our sun will eventually burn out and destroy our planet. So if we want to continue living beyond Earth, we need to act fast. Scientists around the world use satellites every day to collect data about our world. It's also about who has the best satellite internet service. It's about space tourism, scientific research, lunar outposts, and it's also about their ego. Both men have different approaches, different technologies, and different dreams about what space can be. But they both want to get off our beautiful blue planet and go up into space. While we wait for Elon Musk's SpaceX to launch people to Mars and maybe even establish a self-sustaining civilization there. We are now seeing how Starlink is establishing itself as a major player in the space economy. While Jeff Bezos still reels from his failed rocket launch with Blue Origin, it's important to keep in mind that Bezos might be a bigger threat than we think. After all, he does have a lot of money. Bezos says that the more data we get from space, the more we learn about our world. He believes that knowledge is power, and that we should never stop learning. For example, scientists recently launched the James Webb Space Telescope. This is a huge new telescope that orbits the Earth. It will help astronomers see things in space more clearly than ever before. So why do these two billionaires even want to go into space? Jeff Bezos says that his company will help scientists by building new instruments for satellites and by launching them into space. But why do these two billionaires even want to go into space? Well, because they can. So first, let's look at SpaceX. SpaceX was founded by Elon Musk in 2002. SpaceX makes and launches rockets. In May 2020, SpaceX became the first private company to send astronauts to the International Space Station. So, while SpaceX is still working on its goal of colonizing Mars, it has already made history and changed the way we think about space travel. Bezos believes that everyone should have the opportunity to experience life in space. Blue Origin is also working on a giant rocket called New Glenn. So while Blue Origin is still working on its goal of making space travel possible for everyone, it has already made history and changed the way we think about space travel. One of the biggest questions is whether space travel will become more affordable in the future. So which billionaire owns the stars? Well, neither of them yet. But right now it seems like SpaceX is winning. Who will win the billionaire space war? Who will own the stars? Elon Musk is not just thinking about putting people on Mars, he is also thinking about sending them to the moon. Which approach do you think is better? Let us know in the comments below. Both men have different ideas about how to improve our lives here on Earth. The two billionaires have different styles of leadership. Musk is known for being a hard worker and a risk taker. So who is the better leader? These two billionaires have different views on a lot of topics, but they both agree on one thing: space travel is the future. So who will rule the cosmos? Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more updates on these two billionaires and their amazing companies. Thanks for watching. See you next time.